החזן חוזר י"ח ברכות על יעסוק אפילו בדברי תורה. Whenever the Hazan is repeating the Shemoneh Esrei, you're not allowed to speak or learn even דברי תורה. אלא יכוון לענות אמן על כל ברכה. You have to have in mind to have כוונה, אבי, for every ברכה that you say, amen. You have to have in mind, what did you say amen for?
So you can't even learn Torah when the Shadam Tzibur repeating.
בעוד שהחזן חוזר 18 ברכות, אל יעסוק אפילו בדברי תורה.
I see it a lot, people sitting and reading.
השם ירחם on these people. ויהיו אוזניו למה ששליח ציפור מוציא מפיו. ויתן עיניו למטה וליבו למעלה. ולכוון בכל ברכה וברכה כמידתה ראויה להן. וירוויח בזה שאם לא כיוון בלחש, בתפילתו בלחש, יכוון בחזרה ויש לו קצת תיקון. וכן מנהג מורנו הרמ"ק. Who's the רמ"ק? רבי משה קורדוברו. Who was he? The teacher? האריזל הקדוש.
מה היה, כורדי? והמדבר בחזרת שליח ציבור. הוא קוצץ ומפריד בנטיות. משה, do you know what does it mean? המדבר in the repetition is קוצץ ומפריד בנטיות?
Oh yeah.
Gemara says, do you know who was קוצץ ומפריד בנטיות?
אלישע.
אלישע אחר. לא זה אלישע אחר? יש לו חלק לעולם הבא. שובו בנים שובבים, שובו. חוץ מי? אחר. There is one person that Hashem said, him, I'm not going to accept his tshuva. Why? Because he was קוצץ בנטיות. What is קוצץ בנטיות? There is two trees in Shamayim. One tree of עץ הדעת, that Adam HaRishon sinned with. And second one is called עץ החיים. A person, חס ושלום, he is doing certain עבירות, it could be so bad that he is cutting off the roots of עץ החיים. Says the rabbi here, Rabbi Moshe Moretov, that if a person is talking during the repetition or is not listening attentively to every word of the repetition, or he chas v'shalom talking during the repetition, הוא קוצץ ומפריד בנטיות. רבותיי, you understand what I'm talking about? Have you understand how heavy duty we're dealing with during the repetition? אתה מבין מה מדברים פה? Such a high voltage.
I think this is something I has to continue repeating because it's something very difficult to
רבותיי,
I'm talking about myself.
became the worst part of the tefillah is became the repetition. The worst. This is coffee breaks, toilet breaks, catching up, Moshe, catching up on korbanot, catching up on whatever. Rabbeinu Tam exchanges. Text message changes, talking to the wife, I'm coming in 5 minutes. Everything possible is during the repetition right now. Putting books in place, checking what books are new, putting what books have to come out, which Sidurim are ripped, which Sidurim is the Russian, the English, Bukharian, the Tajikistanian. Pay attention, how belittle, how mezulzal today repetition is. Rabotai, repetition, says the Ramak, Rabbi Moshe Moretov, is the much higher level than the Shemoneh Esrei itself. And the Shemoneh Esrei is the most important for people.
תפילת יחיד זה almost nothing.
תחשוב מה זה? If a person misses out a repetition, תחשוב מה זה? Today somebody told me, let's do one time prayer without חזרה. No. Do it with חזרה. After we're learning this the last few days, how important it is with חזרה.
Yeah, but you say that when not everybody say amen, it's better not to do
So you
חזרה.
have to announce, everybody say amen.
You can announce.
You could announce. Yeah? You have to announce. And be on top of them. If you see these guys on the phone, I'm saying, I'm sorry, repetition. But open your siddur, please, not phone.
Nobody be taking a chance. Better to do no hazara.
So says Shaliach Tzibur, says Rabbi Yosef, what do you do in this situation? You can make a condition. If people will not answer me, תפילת נדבה. It's not good. It's terrible. Rabbi Yosef writes on this. Not only Mekubalim writes on this. Rabbi Yosef also writes on this. This is a very bad minhag. You have to change this minhag. Of course you can.
Change schools.
If you were the decision maker, you have to change this minhag. But you're not the decision maker. You have to follow whatever is there.
והמדבר בחזרת השליח ציבור אבי. קוצץ ומפריד בנטיות. שהרי פירש בראיה מהם נא כי תפילה בלחש וחזרת שליח ציבור הם כנגד הוויה ואדנות. You have to have, there's two names of Hashem that they are very common. The merciful name and the judging name. The merciful name is Yud Kei Vav Kei. The judging name is Ado and then Nai. Right? Amonai. That's where the word din is there. Right? During the repetition, you have to combine this name with that name together in order for this Rachamim to break the judgments. Right, remember? Yeah, and then Doni? And if a person has to shalom is talking during repetition, he's not paying attention during repetition, instead of connecting those two names and break the judgments, he's separating those two names and he leaves the judgments on top of his head. He's separating the Rachamim from the judgments and he left out the judgment on top of his head. If he's not, if he's not listening, I'm reading to you again, לכוון בכל ברכה וברכה ולענות אמן. לכוון בכל ברכה וברכה ולענות אמן.
If you're playing on your phone, you can't really, you can't have the phone in shul.
Of course, what are you talking
No phones.
You cannot have phones.
That's the best thing.
No phone.
During repetition,
Shut off the
definitely.
phone. Shut off the phone.
Of course.
Leave it in
I
the
realized it. Shut off the phone.
Yeah. Otherwise, you always WhatsApp, text message, email, phone call, reminders, a million of things. What if a person says, Rabbi, 1 hour in the morning to shut off my phone, it's too much.
Why? What's gonna?
If somebody says like this, tell him at least during the repetition,
שבו בנים לגבולה.
put it away.
Shut off the phone.
If possible, kol hakavod. I'm saying if it's impossible. Impossible. His wife needs him. If not, he's going to have shalom bayit to argue with her.
No, I realized it. The other day I went up Chazan, and then I heard a phone vibrating on the thing. Right away I thought about my phone.
And who could have...
Tefillah is already. Why are they calling me now? Who's calling me? Why are they calling me?
Yeah.
It's in the morning, you know, I'm stuck. You know,
all the חשבונות.
said,
ברשות מוריי ורבותיי, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו.
Man. So I went back and it's not even my phone.
לכן פירשו בתיקונים.
Put in theaters, in movie theaters,
מה?
the device,
Can use the phone.
knock
תביא.
down the reception, no reception.
תביא.
אין דבר.
תביא, אני יודע.
They have it in
תביא
shul.
זה פה.
להגיד, הלכת לאנשים ככה.
הנה, ישר קם.
בחזרה.
הלו.
Only בחזרה, you put it on.
5 minutes. You can make it work for only for 5 minutes? For 5 minutes you can do it?
You have to let them talk.
But you can make it work for 5 minutes? No, only for 5 minutes. No, you can't.
On and off, whatever you want. On and off.
והמדבר ומפריד. And a person has ושלום that instead of listening, instead of paying attention, he is talking. He's separating HaKadosh Baruch Hu's name, Yud Kei Vav Kei, from Adnut, and he left out with all the dinim on his head. Then, Rabbi, why my wife is upset about my life all the time, she's never happy. Rabbi, why my children are not behaving the right way. Rabbi, why my parnasah is not doing well. Why all the dinim on your head? You had an opportunity to break this dinim, this judgment. When? During the repetition. During the repetition, you missed out. Was coffee breaks, was phone checking, was putting books in place, was cleaning the synagogue. Suddenly, he cleans the synagogue. Kol hakavod to you. Cleans the synagogue during repetition. מה זה? During Shemoneh Esrei, would you also clean the תחונן לאדם דעת ומלמד אנוש בין החונן ומתחה? Would you do the same thing? This is higher than the לחש
Because
itself.
people don't understand what you just explained to us.
So that's
Don't
Rabotai. Our
If they
job.
understand, they might.
Our job is to teach Am Israel whatever they are wrong in. If you're gonna all the time say you're good, Maladesh, no problem, you are under 100%, it's never gonna grow.
We only went to first grade.
Right. The time to go to the second one.
Second grade.
תפילת חזרה, says הבן איש חי, חוזרים ונעשים כל התיקונים שנעשו בתפילת לחש. והחזרה היא מגעת במקום עליון וגבוה יותר ממה שמגעת שם תפילת הלחש. Your לחש can reach to a certain degree. תפילת החזרה makes a higher level by הקדוש ברוך הוא degree. Means to say the peak. לחש is the עמידה. Because he's whispering it. Slow is whispering. The prayer of whispering. That's called lahash. which Amidah, we know it as Amidah or Shemoneh Esrei. The repetition says that Ben Ish Chai is Kabbalist, reaches much higher than the Shemoneh Esrei itself. Schwartz, you understand now that during Shemoneh Esrei we don't sleep, we don't talk, we don't check our phones, we don't go to the restroom, we don't make our coffee, we don't clean our Bet Knesset, we do nothing. The only thing you do, Moshe, you open your Siddur and you are following inside the Siddur. That's the only way to do it. If you're not going to do that, Asaf, by default, if you're going to say, I'm listening, after 10 seconds, boom, boom, Aruba, boom, boom, tenant, boom, boom, lawyer, boom, boom, wife, boom, boom, this, 27 מדינות.
ברירת מחדל.
ב10 שניות.
ברירת מחדל, default.
Yeah, that's why, in order not to push your concentration away,
What if you have
Moshe, פעם חמישית.
ברירת מחדל.
Your eyes inside the Siddur, your finger is on top of the text.
How can you control your thoughts?
No, because I saw somebody today, he was on his phone during repetition. Siddur was here, and the phone was there. And he was under the table, kaha.
Oh, at least it was under the table.
And the table is
Then he thought I didn't sing.
up to 4 feet. It's allowed.
Kaha, kaha, yashar. Siddur is here. His eyes are there. And another mistake people do after they finish Shemoneh Esrei. כמה טפחים יהיה באדמה מחר. Another problem a person doing after finish Shemoneh Esrei, Moshe, you're not allowed to sit whenever you finished. Okay, common mistake. You finish Amidah, you cannot sit. It's halacha. You wait until Kedusha, yes, Kedusha.
Or in all of them?
Or all of them.
No,
And second one,
not Arvit.
by Arvit until the Kaddish. Kaddish is Kabbalah. You're not allowed to finish and sit down. It's a suit.
Why? במשנה ברורה
Katu, that's the bottom line. I know it's not our topic. Second point is, after you finish praying and you're sitting, you're not allowed to sit when somebody else is still praying. אין יושבים בתוך ד' אמותיו שמתפלל. So sometimes you see a person is praying, in Siman Kuf Bet, Maran says, you cannot sit in front of him. Asur. You have to go sit over there if you want to sit. In front of him, Asur to sit, even after the Kedusha you answer.
After Kedusha, look like you get released and then with the Shkadot, כולם הולכים כל אחד.
That's it. Free time. Worst, says the all the halacha mekubalim, everybody. How do you break the dinim, says the Ramak? During the repetition. You say, Rabbi, I'm learning Torah, אני לא זוכר כלום, לא מבין כלום. אתה חונן לאדם דעת, לומד אנוש בינה, היה לך דינים, שלא תבין, לא תזכור. You couldn't break the dinim. מה עשית? What did you do? You were talking, free time, חיכי חכה, coffee. Oh, this is the result. That's רבותיי during repetition. מהיום, that's it. All the communities have to start changing. Back to our roots. Get back to our roots, to our shorish. What the Shulchan Aruch said, Siman Kuf Chav Dalet, it's not only mekubalim, it's halacha. The laws, the code of law. We have to follow this, and only this breaks the dinim, says the Arizal.
Breaks the dinim.
Breaks the dinim. You're connecting the Rachamim, and you're knocking down the Shem Adnut. Shem Aleph Dalet, then Moshe, הבנת?
ממתיק את הדינים.
הרמז היה ברור.
ממתיק או מסיר אותם?
עושה את הדינים ברחמים עכשיו.
ממתיק אותם.
ממתיק, you can say
Should I start a new one?
ערבית זה רשות, ערבית זה לא רשות.
ערבית זה לא רשות.